Hey guys, today I'm going to be unboxing the 1/100 scale Gundam Barbatos 6th form. Well, early on when we were first getting images of what this kit was going to look like, or just what the design was going to look like, I was really a fan of it, but after building the HG kind of disappointed me. It wasn't really all that great. I thought the seeing in pictures and then seeing just having the actual kit, it wasn't really to my taste as much as I was hoping it would be. That being said, the 1/100 scale I do still have very high hopes for, just because with the original Barbatos, the 1/100 scale I liked quite a bit more than the HG. So I'm assuming it's going to be the same thing is going to hold true again for this one as well. And the nice thing about this kit is that it does come with a lot of stuff that I think is really, really cool. It comes with the different chest piece like we had with the HG as well for making the 5th form. It also comes with the mace. It comes with the 1/100 scale mace, which is something that we did not get with the original, and I think a lot of people were disappointed about that. Here on the box art, you can see they've got the mace there in the back. It's almost kind of like an extra little reminder, like, hey, this is also including this mace, so we better throw it on the box art there just as an extra little reminder. Otherwise, the box art here is very similar to the original Barbatos. It's a very, very similar pose. It's just now holding that huge wrench mace up over its shoulder there and just shooting with one of the arm cannons it is going to have on there. And then of course we just got everything else about the new Gundam Barbatos design, including the Tekkaden marking there on the chest. I'm trying to remember now from the anime, I don't think it ever appeared in the anime with that on there. I can't remember. I have finished watching the series now that the series has concluded, but I can't remember if it ever had that marking on there in the anime. I don't believe so, but anyway, I'm guessing it's going to be like a foil sticker or something in here like we had with the HG. We'll see when we get the box opened up. I haven't taken a look inside yet. Anyway, big thank you to MindFenix Hobby Store, as always, for sending me this kit to share with you guys. I'm looking forward to checking it out. It is a pretty large box. It's a very thick box, I should say. It's not definitely not near as large as last month's kit, the Gundam Gushon Rebake was. The Gundam Gushon and Gushon Rebake. That was a really huge box. This one is like the size of a larger, small master grade box, if that makes sense. Like the Double X was in like the exact same size box as this, and the Schwalbe Greys as well. It's in the same size box. So here again, this is number 5 in the series so far. And going around to this side, we're going to have a front and back image of what the kit is going to look like, all painted up. Still going to be pretty plain in the upper half there with all that white going on. And then just the thing here about making the 5th form, you can customize by using parts from the Schwalbe Greys and the original 1/100 scale Barbatos for the feet there to make this form. And we've got the new mace, and then you can also use this shoulder armor for the Greys if you want to make a sort of one kind of Greys Ritter using that shoulder armor. And then of course we've got the full inner frame, again as usual with some new inner frame parts I'm guessing there for the feet at least, and maybe some other parts as well. On the other side we've got some action shots here using the giant wrench mace. It is going to open up. It has the chainsaw bit inside there. I'm not sure if it's going to be like the HG or that's a removable part that you have to put in. I'm guessing it probably might be, but I don't know, maybe not. And then we have our different options for hands. Once again, open hands and closed hands. And once again, the open hands really not looking all that impressive. And then again here, just a thing about making the Form 5 is another option that you can do. And then we have different options for the forearm guns as well, the missiles, as well as, I think those were, what was called, mortars. And then these other kind of guns there mounted. And then just information about the Gundam, information about the pilot, the list price of 3,000 yen. So not too bad. I think we are getting a lot of stuff in here. That is a kind of lower end master grade price, and I think this is probably comparable to a lower end master grade. So first thing in the first bag, they were greeted with a very big foil sticker sheet. Similar to the regular Barbatos, had a quite large sticker sheet as well. This one is going to have quite a few on there as well, and it looks like probably going to be having at least some of the same runners as with the original kit. The frame, I'm putting most obviously, it's definitely going to be nothing changed. I'm just wondering about how much of the original outside armor we have and the ability to make the regular Greys, the regular Barbatos. Now here we can see our parts for the wrench mace is now in this kind of light gray color, much different from the HG. That's 3 bags. The 4th bag is going to be there's our parts for the regular mace, and some black parts there. And then not quite the last bag, but we do have some armor parts here. Looks like these are a bunch of the armor parts, including the regular Form 4 shoulders, which is cool, so we do have that option. And then the last little bag here is going to have just our green piece for the face, a couple more black pieces, and our polycaps. Then we can get into the manual. On the cover, again, just going to be showing the same box art there. On the back, again, a bunch of the same stuff we saw on the outside of the box. Weapons and gimmicks here. Cool that they incorporated the pile driver gimmick into the mace. And then the painting guide there at the bottom. Nothing too complicated. Going to the front page, front inside page, more information about the character and the Gundam itself. And then here again, just about the different forms, all blah blah blah. Nothing really too exciting there. Then in the parts list, we can see right off the bat we're going to have quite a lot of extra parts here that we're not going to be using. X is on the A, B, C runner, D runner has a couple parts X'd off there. And then that's pretty much it. Everything else is going to be used, including all of the polycaps. So the construction, as usual, is going to start off by just building the frame first. So here you can show you, it's giving you just a little step here. Frame first, then armor, then weapons, and then you're good to go. So we're going through the frame. I'm going to go through this pretty quickly. Body frame, and then moving on to the head frame and arm frame. Upper body, putting that together, then moving on to the waist and legs. Putting leg frame together. There's a look at the new frame for the feet. And then we're going to start with the body armor, and as we know, it doesn't really have a whole lot of body armor. It's going to really pretty much be same like it was before, just a few pieces. And then the new chest piece, unlike the HG, which is just one white piece we just pop over the chest, this is actually going to be 2 parts, it looks like, that we're going to bring together there on the front of the chest. Or maybe even 3 parts. We're going to have a black piece going inside for those vents, so that'll be cool. 3 parts then for that new chest piece, where it was only 1 on the HG. Head armor, nothing's going to be changed there. Arm armor is obviously going to be very different, in terms of the lower arm anyway. The upper arm should be exactly the same. I'm wondering if we are going to have parts to make the regular arms, or the Form 4 arms I should say. We'll have to take a look when we see the runners. Those might very well be on there. The legs are going to mostly be the same except for the feet. Then going to the waist armor, again mostly going to be the same except for the side skirts are now changed to these kind of thruster pods there on the side, and then on the backpack same there. Onto the weapons. Here we can see that chain piece is going to be built in, so it looks like it's going to be retractable in there, it looks like. So maybe it's kind of hard to tell at the moment, but it looks like that is going to pop out, or it's just going to stay out all the time. I'm not really sure at the moment. We'll take a look in the review anyway. I haven't seen any reviews on this kit so far, so I don't know right off the bat. Then here, just building the mace. You can see the pile driver piece is a separate piece there at the end. It's going to fit inside there, and you're going to be able to move that up and down. And then just putting the, I guess, how to make the Form 5 now here at the end. Just going to take off these parts, switch out these parts on the forearms, switch out the chest piece. The black chest piece is also going to be 2 parts here instead of 1 like the HG. Parts from the Schwalbe Grays here you're going to need for this. The center part on the HG was from the long range booster. Now we get those parts included with this kit, so you will have that included. For the feet though, according to this, you need to use the feet from the regular 1/100 scale Barbatos, which is kind of silly, so I don't know who would do that, buy that kit just to put the feet onto this and then have that whole kit without any feet. But I don't know. Apparently, I don't know, maybe those parts are included with this and this is just being silly, but I'm not sure. We'll see. And then here, just about putting the shoulder armor onto the Grays, onto the Schwalbe Grays, changing the backpack parts, all of that. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at the runners. Starting off with the foil stickers, here you can see these ones here are going to be all the foil stickers that are going on the inner frame. Then here, ones for just the armor, Barbatos, and then some new ones here for the 6th form, including that Tekkaden logo there, outlined in gray. Not bad, but of course a water slide would look better. PC212 for our polycaps. We are going to be using all of these. They're molded in that same dark brownish, grayish color as usual. Runner A is going to be multicolored here, yellow on the top, red on the bottom, and then the rest in white. And this is all parts from the original Barbatos, so nothing quite new here. I can see we're already including feet there, so I'm guessing you are going to have, it just looks like from just glancing at the runner so far, we do have all the parts to make the original Barbatos feet, so I don't think you need to take the feet off of the original Barbatos kit. We'll see definitely for sure in the review, but it looks like for now I was wrong about that, or at least the manual is kind of weird, or I just didn't read the manual correctly. Just to point out the marking, it is 100 Gundam Barbatos. Here's runner B, just more white parts here. Again, nothing new, so we have all the parts here for the original arm, it looks like, except for, it looks like maybe we don't have the blue parts for the elbows of the original arm, so you won't be able to make the full original arms for this, but I don't know, so with the mixing and matching you could come up with something creative, I guess. We do have two of this B runner, of course there, parts for the original shoulder, backpack, hand covers, and then parts for the back, part of the back of the foot there as well. So again, it looks like we are going to have all the parts to make the feet. Still not sure yet though. Runner C1 is the first half of our inner frame anyway. This is marked as 1/100 IBO Gundam Frame 1. So we've got C1 here as well as C2, which will be the other half of that. Just again, all sort of inner frame and detailed parts there. And then runner D is going to round out the last of our inner frame parts here. We've got parts for the torso, head, hands, and waist section all here on runner D. And runner E1 is our parts in black for the side skirts, the middle section of the waist, under the crotch, and then these four parts there for the back of the legs. And then we have here in green, E2 is our one part there for making the green eyes. Then now into runner G, we're starting to get into the new parts here. So we've got another multicolor runner, 2 red parts there for the new feet, 3 blue parts there for the chest. I wonder if the chest part is different. It must be, I guess. And then 2 blue parts there for the arms as well. And then just a bunch of the new white armor parts. Interestingly though, sort of, is that the runner marking has not changed. It's still just marked as 1/100 Gundam Barbatos. It doesn't say anything about it being the 6th form here on the marking. Runner H is, again, same marking there, Gundam Barbatos, nothing about the 6th form, and obviously here we've got most of the parts for the wrench mace. Then in the center are 4 parts there for the mortar arm, our mortar weapons for the 5th form. Then runner I1 here is in black, just parts for the side skirts, the Form 5 chest armor, parts for the guns on the sides of the arms. And interestingly, I don't really know why this is labeled runner I1 because there is no I2, so usually they wouldn't do that unless there's a I2, so not really too sure about that, but anyway, here's I1. Runner J1, there is a J2 in this case, so we'll get to that here in a second. Runner J1 is back to the same inner frame color, as this does have some new inner frame parts for the 6th form, as well as just some extra parts that we're going to need for making the 6th form, as well as the parts for the mace. There you can see this part of the mace, the end, sort of the head of the mace I guess it would be, is kind of, the runner has this protective part of it as it's like all one piece there, so that's pretty cool. And then J2 is actually not a copy of any part of this, so it's kind of interesting. But runner J2 is our last runner here, and it is just a few more kind of inner frame parts, inside part for the chest, and then the chainsaw piece on there most notably. So that's it for unboxing the 1/100 scale Gundam Barbatos 6th form, or Gundam Barbatos Form 6, which I think is a little bit easier to say, but either or. Looks like a cool kit, like I said, an improvement over the HG to be sure, so it is going to be worth checking out. I'm definitely looking forward to checking out and comparing it, and I'll show you guys that in the review, and of course we'll compare it to the regular 4th form Barbatos as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, thank you to MindFenix for sending me this kit to share with you guys. Please do check out their site if you're living in Australia and support them. So if you do have any other questions or comments, leave those down below. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the review. Bye bye.